Hello, I'm Kai Newkirk. I'm from Bristol, Pennsylvania, and I am a sophomore English professional writing major, aspiring to be a fashion magazine journalist. Here on campus, I facilitate a book club for TRIO, the student support system. I am a model coordinator, treasurer, and soon to be secretary for Catwalk Modeling Troupe. I am in Sisters, and I am the soon-to-be social media representative, and I am also in the Black Student Union. My favorite book is called Ride or Die by Shanita Hubbard. We covered this book in my book club, so that's why it's my favorite. Clock that. And then my current favorite Netflix show right now is Forever. It's new to Netflix. You guys should tune in. In this class, I have learned about the legal rights and ethical responsibilities of journalists, privacy, fairness, and objectivity. I learned how to ask effective questions and accurately quote and paraphrase responses. I learned how to apply grammar, punctuation, and AP style rules to ensure clarity and consistency. I also learned that reading news articles and staying up to date with the world was important and very efficient. So now I'm going to start sharing my screen. The first assignment that I would like to present is comments three and six, because these assignments resonated with me most. Comment 3 was a reflection of foundational journalism concepts, including the 5 Ws and H and the inverted pyramid structure. We were prompted to explain each concept briefly and state whether we were familiar with them prior to this course and discuss their importance in journalism. I was familiar with the inverted pyramid and the 5 Ws and H before taking this journalism class, but I wasn't familiar with how essential this foundation was to journalists and writers in all genres, really. This was a well-needed refresher. Comment 6 was surprisingly an eye-opener for me. This discussion, we all reflected on our news media consumption habits. More specifically, we compared our use of legacy news media to or with alternative news sources. I explained how I genuinely avoid traditional news outlets due to stress and anxiety, but stayed informed through class discussions and occasional follow-up research. I also mentioned how I use TikTok to find news, and sometimes to verify the information, I would do some more exploring on Google. After this assignment, I found myself checking my news app on my phone just about every day to just be informed on what was going on in parts of the world that I'm not in. And it gave me a bit of a sense of awareness and empathy for others. The next assignment I would like to go over or talk about is the pro journalist assignment. This investigation or biography, whatever you would like to call it, it outlines the life and career of Jemele Hill, an influential African-American sports journalist and writer born in Detroit in 1975 and raised by her mother. Hill overcame a challenging upbringing marked by her parents' struggles with addiction. After graduating from Michigan State University, she began her journalism career at a local newspaper before joining ESPN in 2006, where she gained national recognition. Hill was known for her candid commentary on sports and social issues, notably drawing attention in 2017 for criticizing President Trump. She later transitioned to writing for The Atlantic and published her memoir Uphill, which explores her personal journey and her professional rise, touching on themes of race, gender, trauma, and resilience. This was one of my favorite assignments because I believe it is always a breath of fresh air to do some research and find out about the success of other Black women, especially in today's economy. The last assignment I would like to talk about is definitely my number one assignment with this class. My my newsletter, my article covers author and activist Shanita Hubbard coming to KU on February 20th, 2025 during the UGMA conference celebrating Black History Month, hosted by the university's Women's Center and Multicultural Center. The event drew around 150 students. Hubbard, a journalism professor and author of Ride or Die, delivered a powerful speech on freedom, systemic oppression, and the impact of recent political policies on marginalized communities. Using AZ's lyrics from AZ's Sugar Hill, she explored themes of mass incarceration and Black resilience, challenging the audience to reflect on what freedom really means. Hubbard also addressed feelings of imposter syndrome among students of color and encouraged empowerment, self-worth, and collective action for change. Also, this newsletter was my first piece of writing that I have ever submitted to any publication. And honestly, I was never truly confident in my writing until I took this class and Dr. Downer told me that my newsletter was good enough for a submission to the Keystone newspaper. Although it now it is published, so I don't have to say that. This has given me confidence that I will be able to see that 10 publication mark before I graduate in 2027. I think I should have at least 10 before, or maybe more. I'm hoping for more, but at least 10. So that concludes my presentation. My name is Kai Newkirk. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Dr. Downing, for this amazing class. Bye.